Everyone knows about the curse of the Billy Goat that hung over the Cubs for 108 years, or the curse of the Bambino that ruled the Red Sox for 86 years, or the supposed curse of 1940 that haunted the Rangers until they won the Stanley Cup 54 years later. And then there's the Hillman Hex, which Maple Leafs of a certain vintage know all about. It quietly started 50 years ago, after the Leafs' last Cup victory, their fourth in 6 years.
Ward, one of the calmest and quietest boys in the room is Larry Hillman. Larry, you're standing here as though this happens to you every day.
No, I'll probably wake up tomorrow and start to wonder what it was all about again. It's something that happens, and it takes a little while to realize what has just happened.
Larry Hillman was a rock-solid defenseman. Alongside Marcel Pronovost, they were arguably the Leafs' best pairing that spring. But despite playing so well, killing penalties, on the ice for just one even-strength goal against the entire playoffs, Hillman was refused the raise he deserved. They got close, but Punch Imlach wouldn't give the extra $500 to match his $20,000 demand. His teammates even offered to kick in the difference, but on principle he said no. Imlach imposed a fine, $100 for every day Hillman was away from the team. 24 days and $2,400 later, Hillman finally agreed to terms, but by then the damage was done. At the end of that season, Hillman was left unprotected, claimed by the expansion Minnesota North Stars. But before he left, he vowed the Leafs would not win the Cup again until he was paid the $2,400 with interest. Perhaps the Hillman Hex was overshadowed over the years by too many concrete reasons for the failings of the franchise. A meddling owner, too much turnover and turmoil, just plain bad decisions. And his anger was really just intended for Imlach and Ballard, because he was another example of how the end often wasn't good for many Leafs after the glory years had ended. Some went away mad. He put on a hex. Whether you believe in curses or not, it's hard to ignore that, except for a few special runs, it's been lean times since 1967. A while ago, Hillman declared he would lift the curse, but only after 50 years had passed. During the Leafs centennial celebration in January, Brendan Shanahan asked about its status. Hillman, who like so many former Leafs long ago made peace with the organization, assured him that the hex has indeed been lifted, that it was time. Whatever you believe, it's just another reason for the Leafs to feel good about the present and the future.